What's up everybody, I'm Kevin and welcome to my video making cornbread in the Mediterranean. Happy New Year everyone. Alright, so I got this recipe from allrecipes.com. I like it because it's not like 30 pages of blogs about how great their food is. Blah. I do not own a measuring cup, and that's okay because we have a scale that can be used to weigh a variety of things. Today we will weigh out our cups. So we're going to start with a cup of flour. Normally I have this all-purpose flour, but I don't have enough. I found this, and of course I can't read. It says Aliri. I've been told that it's corn flour. So I'm going to turn my scale on here. And Alexa, how many grams are in a cup of flour?
1 cup of flour weighs about 120 grams.
120 grams. Now, the thing about cornbread is if you follow the recipe, and I'll put the link in the comments, it says 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of cornmeal, but then it comes out crumbly. So I did a bunch of research, and it turns out that if you add a little bit more flour and a little bit less cornmeal, then it comes out a lot better. So instead of 120 grams, we're going to do 130. Let's see, that's 58, 60, 70, 80, 114, 16, 24, 132. Close enough. And then we're going to go for the cornmeal. Can't really get cornmeal in Cyprus. What I typically use is an organic polenta, which I find works like cornmeal. However, I have this great friend who brought me this cornmeal. So, this is what, I've not tried this before, so we're going to find out. It says único. Parece como Latino, no sé qué. So, 1 cup is 120, we're at 132, so 120 times 2 is 240, so we're gonna go in there. 220. All right, 240. So now I've got my mixture of cornmeal and flour. Next, we're going to toss in some salt. It's going to be, I believe, a teaspoon of salt. So I've got this alati. I guess that's salt. That's a knife, so that probably won't work. Alright, so we're going to get a teaspoon of salt. That should be, what? I know that's kind of a heaping teaspoon. That's the way my grandma used to do everything, for what I remember. I would say, hey Granny, how much salt should I put? And she would say, just a quart. So, baking powder royale. That's 3.5 teaspoons of baking powder. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and then there's my half. That seems like half, doesn't it? 3.5. Booyah. Now the recipe on all recipes calls for 1 egg. Again, because I was struggling with crumbly cornbread, I did some research and it says 2 eggs. So this is where we are. And I'm gonna crack these eggs. 1, 2 eggs. Bam. Next, the recipe calls for a cup of milk. I don't have a measuring cup, so we're just going to say, Alexa, how many grams are in a cup of milk?
1 cup of milk weighs about 240 grams.
240 grams, so we'll just do that. 168. Oh, that looks about right. Here's my milk. Definitely don't know what that says, but it's red. It's 3%. So I'm gonna pour that into my mixture. Booyah. Oh, crap. I forgot my sugar. I need 3/4 of a cup of sugar. So, Alexa, what's 120 divided by 4?
120 divided by 4 is 30.
Alexa, what's 30 times 3?
30 times 3 is 90.
So 90 grams of sugar. I want to make sure this is sugar, so I'm going to taste it. That's definitely sugar. So 90 grams. $22, $28. Boy, that seems like a lot of sugar. So I forgot to put the vegetable oil in. 165, which is how many grams of vegetable oil. I don't have vegetable oil, so I got some sort of soybean. What? Here's the English side. There is an English side. Soybean oil. 165. So 42, 60, 70, 90. Oh, that was too much. Seems about right. Let's put most of it, but not all of it in. And all right. So that's 3/4 of a cup of soybean oil. Interesting note while I'm stirring this is that Soybeans, when they're processed, smell terrible, and I only know that because there's a soybean processing factory thing in Owensboro, Kentucky, where I went to high school, and smell terrible. Alright, so this is where we are. Spelled that. That's great. So let's taste that. That's awful. Now then, I got this old iron skillet. So I'm going to take a little bit of oil and I'm going to pour it in the skillet because we got to grease the skillet up. And I'm going to take a paper towel and I'm just going to rub it around so that it looks nice and fresh, still fresh. Wonderful. And then I'm going to pour this mixture in. Booyah. Let's see how this turns out. I gotta bake it at 200 degrees Celsius. I don't know the conversion to Fahrenheit, but it's like 400 and something, I think. Maybe 425 sounds normal. But it's definitely 200 Celsius because I read that. And that's the only thing my stove does. So I'm gonna preheat the stove. And as soon as it's ready, we'll stuff it in. So the oven is preheated. Here's my cornmeal mixture in the skillet. So we're going to stuff that into the oven. And we're going to let that bake for 20 to 25 minutes. So we'll start with 20. Alexa, set a timer for 20 minutes.
20 minutes, starting now.
And we'll be back. So we're 13 minutes in on the timer. I don't know if you can see that. Hell. Starting to look like cornbread. Starting to smell like cornbread. Vamos a ver. We are going to use a mitt and a knife. Cuídate, mi amor. Hold on. Hold on. Booyah. Let's just see. Does it come out? Oh, wow. That's super gooey. So we're going to leave that going for like 5 more minutes. Alexa, set the timer for 5 minutes. So here's 25 minutes. That is where I was sticking a knife in to see if it works. I have this butter. We definitely know it's butter because of the picture. Oh, wait, there it says unsalted butter. Alhambra. Butupo. So that's pretty good. And while it's hot, because I just pulled that out of the oven, I'm going to slap some butter on the top there. And let that melt, because that'll be amazing if it works. Right? So we'll let that melt down and then we'll cut it up and try it. Hey, this is Chloe, one of my friends who came over for New Year's. Chloe, you're going to try the cornbread. It's different ingredients. You've already tried the previous.
Okay.
We want a super honest reaction. Yeah?
Okay.
All right.
So
So I don't know. Actually, we're going to get some.
I'll just.
Yeah. Okay.
So what did you do differently?
Well, I use a different flour and I use a different cornmeal. Honest reaction.
I think this one's better.
Really? Are you teasing me?
No,
Are you
I'm serious. I think
really?
this one is better.
Why?
What kind of flour did you put?
I will show you. It's this Alleri.
What flour is it?
Alevri. That's corn flour.
Corn flour, that's fine.
And then I use this Unico cornmeal. That was imported. We have a friend who came from Canada and brought that.
I don't know. I like this one better. If I had to pick,
But it's uglier.
it doesn't matter. It tastes better.
Okay. Well, there we have it. Cornbread in the Mediterranean. Happy New Year.